yes. So I'm back. Yes, and today for Joaquin's reviews, I'm gonna be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy is starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel, Lee Pace, Karen Gilligan. Trying to think who else. John C. Reilly, Glenn Close, and Benito the Ben Benicio del Toro, I think. Oh, and DJ Mahuso too. Now this movie was, it was awesome. Not just great, it was awesome. I think if I was to rank them all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, this would be number one. Now my number one before was Captain America: The Winter Soldier, or yeah, I think it was that or the Avengers. But this should be number one. Now this movie was really great. The thing about this movie is that when I first saw the first trailer came out in February, and I did not see it. I heard it premiered on Jimmy Kimmel Live, but I didn't see it at all because it's, I don't know. I think I was busy with other things. But when I first saw the first trailer, I think it was Captain America: The Winter Soldier or X-Men: The Future Past, I said this movie looks pretty interesting now. And then as I got closer to today, August 1st, I was like, yes. And I saw the movie. The movie was great. You know, I wish it was a little bit longer. It's standing at 2 hours and 2 minutes, and I just wish it was a little bit longer. But all the performances was great, and I really love the CG that they did for Rocket, Raccoon, and Groot. It's like you forget that they're CGI, but the way they made them was so good. It's just like I thought Chris Pratt. I gotta get thumbs up to him. He was great, and it's funny because 5 years ago I was watching a little show called Parks and Recreation, starring one of my favorite SNL cast members, Amy Poehler, and I don't know, something came up in my head. It's like I felt in my head. I said, one day this guy, he's gonna make it, and here he is. You know, he was in some pretty crappy films or not so much good films. You know, Zero Dark 30 was a great movie. Delivery Man, I felt that was boring, but this movie was his movie. And I feel like everyone's going to know him as Star-Lord now. And he's really getting popular. He's going to be in Jurassic World next year. But that's really it. Zoe Saldana, I thought she was terrific too. She was badass. I know. She was badass. And I feel like she always played, like, I feel like she was better than her role in Columbiana or whoever. I forgot her character in Star Trek or Nadi in Avatar. But she was amazing, yes, in this movie. She was so badass, you know, and and I like that makeup they put on her too. You know, originally I heard that they were gonna do CGI or motion capture, but nope, they just went with green makeup, which looked really good on her. Like the whole movie, I'm saying like they, because her whole body is green, so I'm basically like saying that they had to put in a bathtub full. Did she have to take a bathtub full of green paint, or did they sit like for 8 hours doing this like that? I don't know which way she went, because Dave Bautista. I think I heard this guy. I know he's a wrestler, but I'm trying to think what movie he is. I think he was in Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James. I believe that's the actor from The King of Queens. I think that's what he was in. But I thought him as Drax, I thought he was pretty good too. And I didn't really know he was in the beginning of the movie because I'm giving a little spoiler away, but this is a spoiler, non-spoiler review. That I didn't, you probably saw the trailers when they line everyone up saying what their crimes. He wasn't there, but then again, it was later in the movie where they showed him. But yeah, so I thought Bradley Cooper was great. He was great too, and I think he really stole the show. He stole the show basically as the wisecracking. Rocket Raccoon, and finally Vin Diesel as Groot. They didn't really do much for me. All it just says, I'm Groot, basically, which I thought was hilarious. But he was really he reminds me of someone like you see a wimpy person, you see like a kid, he's thin, he's skinny, and he doesn't look like he's gonna do nothing. He look like a wimp, and then he beats the crap out of this person. Yeah, that's how he reminds me of. Now the villains, Lee Pace. I was surprised at his role. I thought it was great. He was very menacing too, and very intimidating. And the thing about him, I didn't really know that was him because it didn't say Lee Pace, but I thought he was someone else like in the movie. But he played that role so good, and it's hard to believe that was him because this is the guy that was Ned from an old show I used to watch on ABC about 5 or 6 years ago called Pushing Daisies. You can search it up on Netflix, or online on Google. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, but Google it. But I was, wow, that's the guy from Pushing Daisies. Like, wow. Now, let's see, Karen Gilligan. I really don't know her as much. I know she's in Doctor Who, which is a BBC series. I know she's gonna be in that show Selfie that's coming on ABC, which who else to star? John Cho, who plays Harold from Harold Kumar, is gonna be in it too. I don't really know much of her. I just thought she was pretty good as Nebula. I thought she was pretty good. And that's really it. These are so he was kind of like they didn't really use him as much. And the same for Glenn Close and John C. Reilly. Yeah, John C. Reilly, he was like really, he was only used for the part where he's like just announcing the Guardian's crimes. Basically, that's all he was used for. But that's really it. The action was great, was superb. And not only that, talk about the score. There's a scene where, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but it's a part in the movie where it's Glamora, and something happens to Glamora, and Starla has to do something. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really giving a spoiler away, but the scene is so beautiful, and the score at that part is just so great. I just everything was so great about this movie. So I'm gonna give Guardians of the Galaxies a A+. Yes, A+, because this movie was it was awesome. It was great, and I think Marvel's been on a roll this year. Like last year, it was just disappointment after disappointment. I feel like, and it was only 2 Marvel movies last year. It was only Iron Man 3, which Iron Man 3, it's one of those movies that I love well, it's one of those movies that but you could like / love, and then you hate it as you go on. It's one of those movies. I don't hate Iron Man 3. I think hearing a couple reviews and stuff, and just really doing some really researching the movie, I'm thinking like, man, maybe this movie was bad. Because, not to get off track, Iron Man 3, I thought it was, pretty good. But then again, it's kind of dumb, corny and stuff. Like, by my third or fourth watch, it got boring. So, that's it. And, Thor Dark World was okay. But I feel like, Marvel has been on the road. Every movie I've seen in Marvel this year has been really good. Except for Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was trash, in my opinion. Captain America was great. X-Men was great. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy. And this is it. This is the last Marvel movie of 2014. This is it. This is it. Now, I think we kick off next year with the Avengers, Age of Ultron, which I'm really looking forward to. Yes, I'm really looking forward to. So, that's it. So, if you guys like the video, give me a like, subscribe, and, the usual comment. What did you think of Guardians of the Galaxy? And that's it. So, and that's it. So, see you guys next time.